Alright traders, hello, good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world watching this. So we've got for me it's the evening update. It's just past 9:30 at night on Wednesday, midweek, start of the month, and I am down just under 1%. I think it's like 0.9%. I took a sell trade on the Euro US dollar, and that's highlighted in blue there. So I sold at 1.15447. And the stop loss was hit, I think, just before, probably half an hour ago before, at 1.16133. So all there. It's a small account still, just focusing on executing process and just more practice. So Euro US dollar, I'll tag the trade, so I sold it here. Probably a little lower than here actually. Down, it was down here actually, so I'm going to move that. I'm going to move that there. It was more on the daily, so the daily got me interested. I saw the candle print, it looked pretty good. I didn't, so a daily candle for me closes at 5 a.m. So I didn't stay up till 5 a.m. or wake up at 5 a.m. to see how this closed. And on review, I probably should, because it got dramatically wickier. Now, if you watched my video previously on the Euro US dollar yesterday, about this time, it was probably 24 hours ago, you would have seen me sort of say, like, I'm putting a pending order here and we'll see what happens. Now, obviously 1% risk is small, and that's why I took that risk. And obviously it's not in the best trend. I mean, if you go and zoom out here, it's pretty choppy. It wanted to break down here, it didn't. It's bounced up again, and I sort of saw some weakness, and I thought, you know what, this is the first push lower through support. It's settled and now moved down again, but it's had a bounce. And I don't go on the nitty-gritty about why things happen. I just see someone present, like you would have seen in yesterday's video, and I said I'm putting in a pending order, and I did, and it got filled, and this is sort of where we are right now. So in regards to a trade on this again, it's not a long either. So it's not a buy trade. It's just, it might just continue doing this maybe. So I stay clear of this, guys. I don't really, I wish I could go to lower time frames, but even on the hourly, it's, it's a little challenging. And I'm just probably going to stay clear of this for now. Okay, so taking a trade on would be nice, but not quite yet, guys. All right, so it's gonna have to get weaker again. And would I pursue this? I would, but not currently. So let's go to the Aussie dollar. So the Aussie dollar had some good, higher than expected GDP figures for the end of July. So from year to year, it was up a little bit more than expected. Instead of, what was it, 2.9, it was 3.4% or something like that. So growth is, it's 27 years straight now in Australia. So pardon the tea drink, I'm just got a bit of a creaky throat. There's a few people at work, they cough and whatnot, and I'm trying to prevent getting sick, because I hate getting sick. I do a lot of stuff, and trying not to stay up too late either, which is a challenge. But now the Aussie dollar has been interesting. So this was tempting. It's been floating around this level here, 71.88, that I've got in. So I'm going to continue watching it. A candle like this or that would be a good entry, but something really like this would be great. And on the 4 hour, and it closes near the low, would be good. It doesn't necessarily have to be this large, but need to see some weakness, and not this. When it's wiki, it's not a good sign to sell into. Okay, you want to see it close near the low. Convincing price action. That's not really what we're seeing here. It's pretty choppy and indecisive on whether or not it's going to break down. So I took this sell trade before. That was on an hourly. That was a pretty good trade. I really you know, it was a little weak how I got out, but I did. And we'll see. And right here is the reason why you don't just sell into support, because this can happen. You know, it's more likely that that can happen. Okay, let me just highlight that. So that's something to remember, guys. That's why when you hear about people talking about support and resistance levels or zones, that there's significance there, because there's a high chance of it not breaking down and just sort of holding with, you know, some stubbornness and then bouncing back up. So what I do want to talk about just quickly is the pound as well. USD CAD. I want to talk about that. No trade that. I just want to check it. I just want to see what it's doing. And let's see what the pound's doing. You know, if you are interested in trading, you know, staying up a little bit later, especially if you're in the southern hemisphere, and seeing what's happening in the New York session shouldn't be an issue to you. This should be as pleasurable it is to watch a favorite TV program. It should be like, yeah, I'm on the charts here. I'm getting a lot of feedback here. It's entertaining. Maybe not entertaining is the right word, but definitely fulfilling. Like, you should really want to see what's going on. It should be interested. Now the pound, I don't know what's really going on here. This is interesting. Yeah, it's tough with Brexit and whatnot. I guess it's closed that gap now. So it did gap down, and now it's filled the gap. So, and I was talking about this, and I said 48 to 72 hours, and it has finally filled this gap as well. So it's took a while, but I guess, you know, 72 hours pretty much. So a little bit less. Obviously, no trade on this. This is in a downtrend. I'll be looking for it to break down now, and you know, let's go from there. But like I said, I didn't want to take a trade on this because I was concerned about the gap, and something like this could happen, and it did, and it's, you know, pretty crazy. Now USD yen, I'm going to watch this as well. This is interesting. You know, it's got the uptrend going. Stop loss would be at the 55-day moving average. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. You know, there is some resistance up here in the 70s. Next 70, and if we go to, it's illustrated a bit better here on the line graph. So you just, it's just right there. Like, it's just going to have to go a little bit higher. Probably to 12, probably 112, and then, you know, I think about possibly a trade here. But it's something that's, you know, right there is pretty good price action. You know, that candle there, well, it's not engulfing, strictly speaking, but most of that candle was within inside that smaller one. And if you can close near the high here, you can't deny that it's interesting, at least, that there could be a potential buy trade on this. And I think that's covered it, to be honest, guys. Like, just looking at it, Aussie dollar I talked about, the Kiwi, what's that doing? That was looking weak. Sort of a bit of a bounce. So it's just a challenging time where, you know, when I saw the euro, and I was talking about it yesterday, it was about 24 hours ago when I put the video up, is that the context was bullish US dollar, and now it's sort of changed again. So it's just like, you know what, you've got to turn the risk down a little bit, because things are just not flowing as well. You're going to have whipsaws, you're going to have chop. You got to be a little bit cautious, guys. So I love to trade. Like, I want to trade, I want to grow the account, but you've just got to be a little bit mindful. So Aussie dollar, not so much in the A grade setup. USD yen is looking a little bit better. So I'm going to close on that, guys, and I'm going to end the video. Euro US dollar, small loss, moving on. Looking at this one now. Okay, no trades yet. There's going to be no trades tonight. Okay, I'm going to call it early and do some back testing and get some sleep soonish. Okay. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Bye for now.